Evan's dad. Evan's dad. We're live, but I don't think I'm on. I don't think you can hear me anyway. All right. We're live here back in Chicago. We're live here back in Chicago. Of the tournament, same building as the first of the tournament, same building as the first two. But as you can see, this is more of a stadium rink center scoreboard as your Game 4 of the Challenger Series gets underway between the Chicago Fury and your Pittsburgh Penguins will lead.
Once again joined in the booth by the one, the only.
Once again joined in the booth by the one, the only Colby Armstrong. Arm Dog, what are we seeing here?
I'm just thinking after that big victory, the big comeback victory early this morning, are they only human? They didn't play like it this morning. Can they get their emotions in check and come back with another game for the ages?
The starting lineups for today. In net, number 29, Preston Clutter. On defense was 18, Dalton Julius, and 90, Tino Villella. The forward, Brady Parrish, Brody Carter, and Carter Shue. Face-off won by Evans to Star. Star looking for off-right. It skips past him right to Reel. Reel's up ice. He finds Evans, but it's just past his reach. Into the corner it goes. Evans' first one there. He'll protect it and get it to Filiaggi as they do work on the corner. They're outnumbered by a bit. Filiaggi comes off the puck, looks to break out. For Chicago, it's off the stick of Jacobs, kept in by Reel. Now White will clear it to center for off-the-ride to Star. Star off the boards, right to a defender for the Fury. A breakout pass there by Guo. Picked off by the Pens, brought back in by Star. Star carrying, looking in front, tries to get to Reel. Knocked off the puck, gathered in by the Fury. They'll run a breakout. This time it's Jacobs up the left. Fury changing behind. Shot comes in, Clutter makes the save. Leaves it for Armstrong. Armstrong up the middle for Evans. Off of his stick, off of his skate, and now he's got Reel. Reel up the right. Evans, center driving. Shot blocked out front. Nice block there. That was Mangelson. Armstrong battling, sitting on the puck, hoping to hatch a goal. As the Fury take it from him, play it in behind. Setting up there, Armstrong with the pressure, able to dislodge the puck. And it's Parrish coming away with it. He's got Sproul in front.
Great forechecking effort here. Armstrong takes a hit in the corner. Cruz slow to get up. As we remember last game, he spent some time on the ice. He was down. He turned into a mannequin, wasn't moving. Got up, finished the game once again here on the forecheck. Hard as this line, creating turnovers and drawing a penalty as he gets crunched along the boards. You can't do that in this league.
We're going to see the Pens power play with Paris, Armstrong, and Sproul, Julius, and Star, the defense pair. As the Fury go high off the glass, it skips past the stick of Julius. He'll chase it down and get there. And the Pens have numbers gaining the zone on sides. Julius leaves for Sproul. Sproul backside for Star. Great feed. Skips one in there. Rebound picked up by Paris. Can't get it on net. It comes back to Sproul. He leaves it to Star. Star bounces off the board back to Sproul. Sproul works it for Armstrong.
Good little rotation here.
It's cleared to the sidewall and finally cleared by the Fury. We still have 55 left on the power play for the Penguins. The Star has the puck, worked up to Paris. Paris gets possession, uses Armstrong as a screen, weaves into the offensive zone. He'll snap one, it skips wide to the cage. Sproul gives chase, unable to get there first, and it is iced past the stick of Kaminsky. Pens will be able to change their lines here.
Decent rotation on the power play there to get it set up. I like the play by Sproul on the entry by Julius, and then they go strong side to weak side and try to work that opposite side of the ice. Little rotation out of the corner. Nothing at the net. A little scrum maybe, Jeremy, as they were able to not find the handle, bounce around a little bit. We'll see if we can get something going off this face-off, some zone time, and some puck possession.
Face off to the wall. Battle won by Shub. He's looking to the middle. He's fought off well. He's got Evans free in front. Can he find him? He looks backside to Carter. It comes off a defenseman and goes just wide of the net. Now Shub back to the puck. Kept in by Ofteride. He turns it back to Kaminsky. Picked up by Evans behind. Tries to wrap it around. No one home. Tips it for Carter. But to his backhand, and the Fury will get possession. Sedlak fires it down the ice. And the Pens will regroup in their own end power play over.
Nice looking opportunities on that. You remember the glorious chances last game. The power play got him back in. Evans again almost trying to draw a penalty, Jeremy.
Yeah, he got free up the right. The puck got out in front of him into the corner. He might have gotten a holding the stick there too. A little bit of both going on as Evan White winds into the offensive zone for the Fury. Sends one in on Clutter. That's stopped. Cleared by Villela. He'll find Paris. Paris flying up the left-hand side. Big, strong kid. Powerful stride. Comes in wide. Fires a little bit of a tough angle shot, but trouble for the goaltender. And the Fury will send the puck all the way down again. Julius will give chase. He wins the race. Bangs it off the board, kept by Foyt for the Fury at the point, sent in on net and stopped by Clutter.
I'll tell you what, with Big Paris, we've seen it several times this weekend. He gets those big size 12s chooching down that wing like a choo-choo train, Jeremy. There's not much stopping him. And you see the supple wrists on him as well as he goes inside, outside, inside on the defender. Get a great chance down all alone. It's 1-on-4 pretty much against the Fury.
Paris on the draw. Ends up on the stick of Real. Real and Filiaggi break up ice. Real up the right. Filiaggi center drives. Real changes the shooting angle. Gets it through. Filiaggi skips right over his stick. Real with the pressure. Now Filiaggi comes free for Evans. He tries to throw it on net. Doesn't get through. Back out the center for Ofteride. He goes off the boards to Real. Real on the right side. Filiaggi will give help. Comes off the wall, it's Real. Evans driving, puck comes free to Filiaggi, but it's immediately knocked off of his stick. Nice defensive play there by Zerf. Coming out of the corner looking to center, that's cut off by the Fury. Chara. Now Real and Star. Star will fire one into the corner, and the Pens are looking for a line change. Evans will give the pressure. It's banked past Ofteride and all the way down for an icing.
Good pressure by the Pens last game against Windy City. We were talking about how well they were battling along the boards. The Pens seem to have that desire here in this game where they're winning those battles and creating some chances or at least some havoc and having this Fury team scramble in their own end.
Much faster start for the Pens in this one. We're at 8:59 to play in the first. Puck back to Villela, now to Sproul. Sproul turns it behind to Armstrong. Armstrong looks out in front, has Evans, and it's just past him. No icing as it goes all the way down. Set up by Clutter, and he fires it way out. Dangerous play there that no harm, no foul. And Evans will chase it down in the corner. I feel like he's at the end of a bit of a long one here. Unable to maintain possession. Armstrong follows on. Now Evans. Evans tries to get it back to Kaminsky at the point. Put back into the offense or defensive corner by the Fury. And finally they clear to Julius. The ice has been tilted here, but nothing on the scoreboard. Got to break through. Got to break through. They've had some chances. Good signs, all good signs as the Fury break out to center. That is Campbell. He's a heck of a young player. Pens get possession. Paris, Armstrong. Armstrong back to Paris. He stops, tries to bring the puck with him. The body control of Paris for a big kid. Into the corner for Sproul. Sproul back to the point to Julius. Julius steps off, fires one off the head of Sproul. That's using your head, kid.
Pens bench yelling for them to help in the corner. Paris down there battling, looking for Sproul and Armstrong to get involved. Armstrong goes for a change, and now they've made a full line change, a new line on the ice.
Starr picks it up at center, winds in with speed, backs off the defense, fires one stick on puck. Nice defensive play.
Starr just smells like sharp glove the water when he decides to go. He's gone.
That speed really backing off the defense there, and he's able to get that shot off, but a good defensive play stick on puck. A little reminder from last year, these two teams met 3 times, with the Penguins and Fury tying all 3 of them. What a horrible stat that is. Including in one weekend a 1-1 game and a 7-7 game. How do you have those in like back-to-back days? I don't know. But they managed to pull it off. So kind of another rubber match here for the Penguins. As the Fury try to exit their zone, the Penguins forecheck becoming an issue for Chicago. It'll be Carter to Evans. Evans looks for Shub in front. It comes the whole way over to the opposite side. Shub crashes into the boards. And the Pens will get possession still in the offensive zone. Shub turning, looking. He is crunched up high, no call. I think that was a shoulder-to-shoulder that got towards the head because Shuby's a good bit smaller. Here's Starr taken down with a bit of a body.
Starr wanted to get going again. Maybe a little interference goal.
Off-the-ride reverses to Starr. Starr nicely finds Carter, who taps it for Evans. He's 1-on-3 now. Cuts into the middle. And it's cleared by Chicago, no further than Villela, who taps it into the offensive zone, but Filiaggi had yet to clear. Face-off coming outside of the Fury blue line. The Fury in black with red striping and a big circular Chicago Fury logo on the chest. Black pants, black socks with red and black stripes and black helmets. Your Penguins back to the reverse retro. I love the whites. Puck skips in on Clutter. He's equal to it. Gathered by Villela, now Paris. Paris up for Filiaggi. Can he tap it across? I think he was trying to get it to Reel. Wasn't able to. The Fury keep it in. A little bit of sustained pressure here by the Fury. So the Penguins reverse retro uniforms have Pittsburgh flying across shoulder to hip in white with black and gold stripes, black pants, gold stripes, white socks, black and gold stripes, and those iconic gold Pittsburgh Pens lead helmets. It's Filiaggi in the corner with it. Looking to center. Comes free. Starr driving in. Shot blocked. Fury doing a great job blocking shots so far. It's Paris behind the net. Battling. He's got Filiaggi with him. Now Reel gives chase. Reel able to get a stick on it, and the Fury try to reverse direction for another breakout. Filiaggi changing. Armstrong on. Paris keeps it, but only briefly, and Smith will send it up to center. Zerth into the Penguin zone. Fires it in behind, looking for Campbell. He's a crafty player. He finds the point man. Shot sent in, deflects. Preston Clutter equal to that task. Great scoring chance. Best one of the night so far for Chicago. This one sent in front and sent up over the cage.
A little bit of confusion by the Penguins in their own end as they had Reel and Armstrong came on for a change. You had to have great wingers out there and a little confusion in defending, sorting out responsibilities in the D zone. They get a full line change now.
Regroup, back to work.
Regroup, back to work.
Evans to take the draw. It'll be Evans to take the draw. Armstrong and Sproul with him. Evans falls down, loses possession right to Campbell. Dangerous kid. You saw that shot there. Great shot. Off the right, able to clear it. Gets it to Armstrong. He'll look to regroup in his own end. Sends it cross crease. Dangerous pass there. Looking for Kaminsky. A bouncing puck. Into the corner it goes. Now Evans will try to hop to it. Kept in at the point. That's Foyt. Foyt finds Campbell, knocked off his stick by Ofteride, and the Pens clear the zone. Chicago right back at him, dumping it in. Chicago tilting the ice a bit here. Up to Sproul, off of him to Ofteride, now back to Sproul. He's hooked up on the play, and they keep it in the zone. Driving in Campbell, firing one, stick on puck, Kaminsky, and we'll get a face-off.
There can't get pucks over their own end.
Tough shift there, can't get pucks over their own.
At those points,
A little bit harder at those points where they
lines and
gotta get pucks out at the blue lines, support, make plays.
battle. There's the Fury seemed to
Battle
pressure
there.
them running a little
Fury
bit.
seemed to pressure them running a little bit.
Parrish step into the dot to the left of Clutter. We're going to have Parrish step into the dot to the left of Clutter. White for the Fury on the other side. White for the Fury on the other side. Parrish able to win it back to Villela. He worked it across for Shub, and Carter gets it out of the zone. But the Fury come right back in to try to attack again, and we've got an offside call. Face off the neutral ice outside of the penalty. Face off the neutral ice outside of the team to play. 18 to play in the first period. Here from Chicago. In the first period, here from Chicago, Illinois, the Edge Ice Arena. Home of the Roosevelt Lakers, apparently. Big logo at center ice. Cube tries to gain the zone. And it looks like the Pens are going to be offside.
A little bit of a back and forth.
A little bit of a
battle here the last
back and
couple of
forth
minutes.
neutral zone battle here the last couple of minutes.
Face off for Parrish, controlled by Varick. He plays it back to his defenseman in his own end, and they look to regroup, but the Pens are right there in the neutral zone. It's Parrish chipping it by. He's got Carter driving the middle, tries to pass it, and fans on the brought on. Shot in from the outside. Shot in from the outside. Kept out by Clutter, following in a block shot, putting his body on the line is Villela. And Shub will come out. Shuby leaves while he's boarded. That could be 5. That could be a major.
What they're gonna call?
Not
here.
sure
Obviously,
what they're going to
distress.
call
We
here.
know how
Obviously,
tough this kid
shooting
is.
some distress, and we know how tough this kid
I mean,
is.
he extended his arms.
He threw him right in there.
Dangerous play along the boards.
Dangerous play along the boards.
Cube was looking for a drop pass. Thought he
Cube was looking for a drop pass. Thought he had
for a change.
guys with him as they head off for a
And the
change.
vulnerable position was thrown into the boards.
Into the
44 of the
boards.
Fury. Ref still discussing
44 of the
call,
Fury.
what they're
Ref
gonna
still
do here.
discussing the call. What they're going to
They
do
made their
here.
decision.
They made their decision.
They're going over to call the penalty. We're going to get 2 for a body check. And that's it. So it's a minute and a half, actually. A minor.
For their listening pleasure, Jared. We don't want to mess that treat up.
You're muted. Gathered by Real on the power play.
Unbelievable playmaking, unbelievable vision. That's how you want to set it up. From the strong side of the ice on the power play, everyone's eyes on the puck like tractor beams. It'll suck you right in. I believe that's a line on Dumb and Dumber, Jeremy, but needless to say, Ofterhide with a few great looks. That second one, goalie had no clue where it was and couldn't find the handle.
Gets in on that, and it is stopped and held by goaltender Fumagalli. Somehow I keep muting myself. I apologize, guys. Goaltender Gabriel Fumagalli with the stop there on the Sproul shot. Sproul in the corner now, working. He'll come out with it. Now for Villela, and it's popped past him and out of the zone. Pens are going to get an interference call here, I think. But I think that might have been blocked by the Chicago bench.
Yeah, I was going to say they coaches decided that they were going to have something to say about that. Made the call here. Interference.
It looks like Armstrong headed to the box.
Armstrong confused with what he did. The puck was right there. It was probably should have played the puck. Decided to box out on the play a little bit there in that situation. So
Maybe a tough call. We've got 22 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey here now. It's crazy. That's the same amount of penalty as chucking a kid through a wall.
That is crazy.
We've got Brody Carter with Schub on the PK. Pressure from Carter dumped into the corner. I'm sorry, not a PK yet. It'll be a PK in 12 seconds. White behind for Chicago. Tries to center it. Stars there, battling hard and keeping him out. Comes free to Schub. Schub to Carter. He misses it, but he's still able to clear the zone. And Foyt will gather, and they're in offsides.
Battles at those blue lines continue to happen. Back and forth they battle, these two teams. Offsides on the blue line here. They're now shorthanded. Are the Pens? 49 seconds left in the first.
Nobody who's followed us last year is surprised. A 0-0 tie game with 45 to play. And the Pens hopefully on the penalty kill for the rest of the period. Banked off behind for... Once, not twice. Certainly this will gather. He tried to dump it in. That's cut off by Barrick. Julius will end up with it again. He bangs it off the boards behind. Nobody home on the other side, so it'll be the Fury to keep it in. A Star and Julie. Out comes White from Chicago. Centering pass. Backhander sent high over the page. And that horn will sound the end of series number 1. Stop on the first period. Honda.
Great start, I thought, by the Pens. Had the ice tilted, pressure in the offensive zone, good cycles. Much harder on pucks, which I wanted to see from last game. They came out a lot harder, but we are still deadlocked at zeros. Few chances both ways by both teams. Probably the Pens with the majority of the chances, but kind of a neutral zone battle as well, would you say? Kind of back and forth, offsides here and there. But, you know.
From their own zone's been a little bit better. Coming off those balls towards the middle. So, I think there's definitely some good things. And again, getting good goaltending, which has been a theme all weekend.
Now, one thing I did like is the power play. We saw some really good setups, some really good looks. We know it's early in the season. I can sometimes, I heard from the late great Pat Quinn, those special teams and those power plays is like trying to train a cat. They can be tough. Kids are thrilled to wear those. Kids love wearing the white unis.
Ryan Kaminsky on the back end, most important penalty killer as always, the goaltender. Slaughter, penalty is over. Reel on the ice. Iliadji gives pressure. Fantastic forechecker. I love the way he takes away half of the ice every time he forechecks. Allows his other teammates to read off of them. Good heavens, I'm muted again. It'll be real.
Back to someone hacked your system there. They keep muting you. You might be hacked.
Into the offensive zone. Campbell centers one, and it's tapped out. And now a pop pass to the defenseman. Reel skates into it. He's got Evans. Reel and Evans rolling puck into the offensive zone. Tries to pass it. Gets it to Evans. Evans will shoot high towards Evans. I thought it went in. It went off the blocker and wide. I thought it went in the net. Evans again. This one off a shin pad. Now Villela. Great job by Rio to find him on the second attempt. Villela locked down on the play. Back on the mission. It's 2-on-1. It's White up the. I'm sorry, not White. It is Chara up the outside, defended off nicely by Starr. Evans on the back check covering the centering pass, and now Filiaggio come to center. He's got Rio will dump it in and get it changed. Penguins looking for fresh bodies. And it's the Paris unit with Armstrong and Sproul. An icing called on the Fury. What did you see on that attempt there, Colby?
I love the wheel down that right wing. Haven't we seen that before here this weekend? He's absolutely flying once again. As you said, the puck was rolling. He just couldn't get it to settle down. You think he would have been able to make a easier play as he kind of ran out of real estate and still got a second effort pass. His Cam Evans did a great job. Find that soft spot just the outside of the net.
What a save to get that blocker up, too, in that corner. That's a tough spot for goaltenders. Having one of myself, that's a difficult save.
No, we know they go down all the time, and those are automatic spots where you want to put it. He put it in the right spot. Kid made a hell of a save.
Armstrong loses possession, but off their hide there. Sproul will get it now, and he'll wrap it and flip it out of the offensive zone. Armstrong after it. Dumped in by Chicago, and we have a whistle.
I'm guessing offside again. Got a lot of those this game already.
You expect that early in the season. Looks like the face-off will come outside the Pens blue line. 5-on-5 hockey here, 12:55, 0-0 tie. Chances at both ends, including a couple of power plays. This one picked off. What a read by Julius. He's into the offensive zone, right side. Carrying wide around the defender, centering a puck. It goes off the defender and into the corner where the Pens will do some work. Sproul knocked down on the play. Alderite gives chase. A bit of a pinch as it's ultimately Jacobs being cut off by Paris. He's bodied. Work to the outside, trying for Alderite. It's Paris, and now Alderite. Alderite back for Paris. He gets possession. Finds Sproul. Good zone exit there under control for the Pens as Armstrong tips it in the corner. His line mate Paris will go for a change. Sproul pressures the other side. Now Evans in after it, and it went just behind him, and they try to get somebody free. It's Campbell at center, one-on-one with Villela, and Villela stands him up. Puck pops free, shot in, and it's held by Clutter. A good defensive play there by Tino Villela.
The Fury sprung a guy looking for a breakaway out into the neutral zone. Campbell, 88 for the Fury, seemed to get behind. Good awareness by the defenders to back it up and find themselves into a position, and then the puck popped loose and Clutter with a great save.
Great job, in my opinion, by Villela there to keep his eye on the chest, not on the puck, not get faked out by the fancy hands and puck movement, and just stay between him and the net. As Shub drives down the side, comes free for Carter. Evans is pressure, frees it up to Shub. Shub sends it backside. Oh! Holy cow, what a play!
I love that play. Pull the defender one way, backhand pass, throws legs back to the other side. I didn't know if there was enough skill on that pass. Jared didn't get to him. But once it did, it was all over. Absolute cannon for the top shot. What a play. Do you see that puck kind of stick on the Fury defender as well as he lost control of it and should just jump on it as he always does?
That was straight stanky. Drawing the defender, finding Evans back door, and Evans being able to snap the one-timer up over the glove hand side and give your Pens a 1-0 lead. Starr shoots one in. Evans chases it down. Dives for it. It's somewhere. It's behind. Evans had it. He tries the center. Picked off by the Fury. Pressured again by Shub. Starr now. Starr to Julius. Julius looks for Evans. Comes the whole way through in on net. No icing. Picked up by the Fury, wrapped around, cut off by defenseman Julius. Out in front, it's Brandon Carter low off the pad.
I love that rotation there. Julius down the wall and then immediately rubbed and backed up on the wall. Just ultimate pressure move by the Pens.
They're doing a great job on that forecheck. Reading off of each other. You know, they said it with Filiaggi, too. He takes away half of the ice when he's on that forecheck, and it lets your teammates attack the other side and take away those outlets. Ben's doing work in the Fury end again. Chipped up. Jacobs unable to clear it. Played to the point man off the ride. It bounces off of his stick. And Fury able to clear off the ride back on the puck. It'll be wrapped and sent in by Shub. Ben's changing it back on the Fury. This could be dangerous. 3-on-2 developing as they center it. Knocked off of the stick of Smith into the corner. Star gets possession, but he's in a battle. He'll send it behind to off the right. He tries for Real on the wall. He'll get it to him. Real's got speed. He goes off the boards and he'll chase it down. He's got Filiaggi with him. If he sees him, great sliding defensive play to break it up. But again, he stays with it. Centering pass, that one off the stick of Paris. Back on the Fury. A nifty move by Varick around one. Shot off the post. Preston, give that post a little love. On the bottom spring of Filiaggi, and he's in a penalty shot. It should be, he dove at his feet. Penalty shot. Luca Filiaggi got free, diving at the feet, and he'll have a penalty shot. That's right, everybody. You're seeing it all here this weekend with this Pens team, Jeff. I mean, the back one way with the post, transition back the other way. And if you haven't seen it yet, you'll finally get to see it here in Game 4, a penalty shot, Filiaggi. Gonna soak in the moment. The officials in a conversation with the Fury bench.
I love to call what these guys might do or might not do. You've seen Luca Filiaggi several times. What's his go-to move here, Jared? I'm guessing it might be a fake shot backhand tuck right here.
Filiaggi's got such a wide array of options because he's got a great shot. He's got great mitts. He's got the speed to back the goaltender up, create the shooting angles. I think he'll go straight in with a little bit of speed. And I agree. I think he'll end up on the forehand, though, for a shot. I got forehand.
I got backhand. We'll see, folks, who's right here. It could be anything.
He picks the puck up at center, skates in over the blue line. Carries across the logo, goes backhand, forehand. It's there on the penalty shot over number 10. Go Filiaggi.
09 Pens here in support behind the net went absolutely bonkers on that play. They had a front row save for it. Great move and poise by Filiaggi. Changed gears at about the hash marks. And you called it, Jerry. Went right to the forehand with that fake and made no mistake.
Fake to the backhand, pulls it to the forehand, and finds the back of the net. Fury trailing 2-0. Now again, his team has come back on the Pens on multiple occasions. That's 7-7 tie. They had 3 shorthanded goals in the game. So the Pens need to keep with it, keep composure, and make plays like they have been. They've carried the play, scores about where it should be right about now. Battle on the wall. Kaminsky in there. As is Sproul. And a couple of Fury forwards and defensemen. To persist. It comes free to the corner. White and Villela go after. Shub with a body check there. And we're going to get the Fury back on a power.
A ref.
It'll be, I think... Oh, I'm sorry, not Shub. I was blaming the wrong kid. Shub's not even on the ice. It'll be 9 Sproul with a rough.
There's a melee down there. It just seemed like a cage match. Everyone was hacking, whacking, pushing, shoving.
We're going to see the same penalty killers we had on the first penalty for the majority of it as Carter and Shub take the ice. It'll be Carter on the draw. Left of Preston Clutter. 9:01 to play. Wrapped around by the Pens, kept in at the blue line, pressured by none other than Shue. He's able to clear the zone. Carter there, sneaky, able to get control and get it all the way down into the Fury end. Fury will set it up there. Looking to come the whole way, an outlet pass. That pops free, and it's Paris in after it. Gets it to the backhand, can't get it through. Shube with the pressure, now Paris after the puck. Fury having trouble exiting their zone in the first 30 seconds of this penalty kill. Kicked out by Julius, not all the way out. Fury have it in the zone, but Shube the first one there. He loses possession briefly. Picked up by Chara. Sent back to the corner. Battled for there with Julius. Comes to the point. Setting it up now. Shot from outside by the Fury. Tracked beautifully by Clutter.
Clutter just swallowed that up, followed the play across. He knew the shot was coming, boxed out nicely in front by the Pens defenseman there on the kill, and gave Clutter a clear look at that puck. He gets out top of his crease, challenges. Looked like a brick wall there, really, Jeremy. Where else are you going to put that from long range on this guy?
It'll be Paris. Wrapping it around to Filiaggi. He pips at it. Doesn't get it by, but it'll be a battle on the wall. A common theme here. Battle. Centering pass. Great play there by Chicago, and the puck shot just wide. Good body position. Puck kept in, and now pressured by Paris. It'll be off the ride to Paris. Paris has Filiaggi between his legs, able to pick it up on the other side. Now it's Paris. Unable to gain the zone, so he'll dump it in. 7 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Pens, and Filiaggi will go in after it. Cleared up, off the stick of Off-the-Ride to Villela. Villela turned Marshall Off-the-Ride, intercepted by White, incoming Fury, breakaway. And it's Campbell with the ball. A mistake there by the Pens defense, getting a little bit cute on the double team.
It always seems to happen, a turnover like that kind of catches everyone off guard as Villela scrambled back after he tried to dish it up into the neutral zone with a winger here. And then it was just a pass, a quick up as a player got in behind.
I'll be honest, after I looked at that replay, Colby, it looked like Villela couldn't even see that kid. Because of the pressure from the first kid, that second player he couldn't even see. He thought he had Off-the-Ride all by himself. That's why we saw that play come across. So the Pens now 2-1 lead as Real Games its own finds Filiaggi. What a shot that was.
Unbelievable skill set there with speed. Guys around him to go backhand to forehand release. I mean, is this really happening? When you see stuff like that at this age?
An 11-year-old who can shoot it from his skate.
Unbelievable skill set. Backhand, forehand, absolutely ripped.
A recent 11-year-old, just turning 11 a few days ago. Evans with the pressure. Real follows on. Now Evans. Back in front. Evans will dig at the side of the net and stop the no.
Evans always around that area, always digging. He's always dangerous. He's always sniffing around in those tough areas.
Face off to the right of the Fury goaltender. Evans wins it forward, snaps it to Filiaggi, and he almost had another one.
Oh, we'll just run a set play off the face-off, too.
A forward tap by Evans, snapping it to Filiaggi, who gets a great chance, and back on the Fury, it's White. He had the assist on the last one by Campbell, and he tries to set him up again. It skips over Campbell's twig. Evans with the pressure, able to cut him off, picked up by Varick of the Mission. The Fury. They're going to get on me for that one. Not a mistake you want to make here in Chicago. Kaminsky gets control, banks it hard off the boards. It'll be a little too far, maybe, as Real gives chase. And he's just unable to get there.
Big farm boy Kaminsky couldn't put some backspin on that, eh? Wouldn't that have been something? We've seen it all.
I've seen you do it on the golf course, Colby. Put a little backspin on it, pull it back to the pin a little bit.
Well, every once in a while, Jared.
A few memories. We had a little dad's golf outing a week ago, where I will say the Team Black won 4.5 to 3.5. I mean, not a big deal. I mean, these two guys might have been on Team Black together. You know, same fort, same pair. You know, winning pairs games. You know, actually we tied the pairs games, but then both winning our individual matches. Pens trying to get it out of their end. It'll be skated out of trouble by Carter, and he follows on. Ringed right back in by the Fury. 2-1. Pens lead 5:42 to play. Wrapped around for Armstrong. He'll skate into it at the blue line.
Oh, she's skating. What?
Puck stop there. It'll be Julius now. Sproul waving at it. Carter doing a good job of angling it off. And the Fury will dump it in. Chicago gives chase in the corner. Off the right, leaves it. This time for Carter. Carter looking for Sproul. Sproul one-handed. Look at the mitts, able to get it out to center no further. White picks it up at center. Splits the defense, and they still had a player in the zone. A little bit of frustration there as Barrick hadn't cleared.
Well, that gate that they change at is down around the top of the circles almost, and that can cause some issues when you're trying to make a change on a quick turnaround as they had in the neutral zone. They were caught with a guy coming off that gate up from the bench.
Filiaggi steps into the faceoff. Nudges it forward, and Shue will pressure. White chips it forward to Campbell. We've seen this combination before. Fought off by Kaminsky. Kaminsky does a good job protecting against White. Still in the corner. It'll ultimately be Shube, now Kaminsky. Kaminsky to Shube. Shube to this neutral ice where the Chicago Fury defense will try to set it up again. It's Campbell, Chicago's goal scorer. He tries to return the favor. White on the other side. Sends it backboard. And a sliding defense by Valera, able to keep the shot from getting through. Shube will blaze out the right-hand side. Pick it off the boards. Chase it down. He's chased by White. Centers it for Paris. He's unable to tip it by Filiaggi following on. Penguins completing part of a defensive change as Jacob barrels into the offensive zone. He's a big boy. Firing it in behind for Villela. He tries to reverse to Star. Pressured by the Fury. Filiaggi tries to drag it with one hand. That's unsuccessful, but is able to win the battle along the boards. Get it to Paris. Paris to shoot. Shooty out the center. Onto the blue line, dumping it in, and going for the much-needed line change. All the way down comes Smith, right side, defended by Starr, off his stick into his cage. Back to the point, Real with the pressure, puck skips high in the air. Gathered in by the Fury, set around for off the ride. Off the ride, now Carter. Carter to Evans. Evans spinning, turning with it, finds Real. Real has off the ride on the opposite side, Evans is a trailer. Loses possession, able to tip it towards Evans, but a bouncing puck skips over his stick. Penn's changing the defenseman. Julius steps on the ice, makes the play. What a play there. He drives the offensive zone, sends it cross ice behind Evans. Evans looks, taps it off the boards for Carter. Carter runs a switch with Real. Real drives into the offensive zone. Good look, drives to the middle, shoot one, it's off the body of the goaltender gathered by Evans. He fakes one way, comes back to the middle. On his backhand, just ran out of room, ran into trouble, but there's Carter picking it up. He'll turn, fake one way, go the other, now Real back to the point, man, it's off the right. Stumbles a bit, but able to keep it in. Now Evans is shot in on that glove that held.
A lot of good things on that shift, almost plays that just bounced off a stick or a skate. Great look by Real as he attacked off the wall, and then a nice power move by Evans to draw everyone to the middle. Guys on his back, draped all over him, trying to make anything happen out there. Sometimes it's not always a skill, it's that will of coming off the wall with guys draped on you.
You need both of them, skill and will. And we've got a couple wills on the team, actually. Sproul and Harry. No skills. We should name someone skill. That would be a good hockey name. Skillsy. Back come the Fury into the middle. Cut off by Villela, gathered in by Sproul. Speaking of the will. Up to Filiaggi. Filiaggi up the left. He's got a little bit of speed, finds Armstrong. The mitts fires it on the backhand. That's stopped in hell.
I would like to see him fire that on his forehand right when you catch it. Rip it. Rip that shot there as he had Sproul heading hard to the net. Each charging right down the middle. Nice play by Filiaggi there. Go far side of the ice, seeing Armstrong coming down that weak side. Could have just caught it and shot it. Would have been ideal.
Found him in space. Another scoring chance for the Pens. Ken, probably got to get one of these through here. I don't feel like this game's going to end 2-1. We got 2 minutes to play here in the second. Lots of chances coming back and forth, both ends. Skill on both sides of the ice. Battle in the corner. Sproul. Nice. Way to sauce that over to Kaminsky, who fires one blocked out front. Another keep by Kaminsky once, but not twice. Villela turns in his own end, loses control here, and the Fury follow on. Kicked away by Kaminsky, gathered by Filiaggi. Filiaggi banks it off the boards for Armstrong. Armstrong will pressure. Voigt turns out of that pressure. Comes up through center around Filiaggi, and they'll manage to stay on sides even with the change. Voigt fires one blocker to the corner by Clutter. Pens at the end of a long shift here. And Kaminsky's going to end that shift with a little bit of a minute and a half break for absolutely laying out a Chicago Fury player behind the net.
I don't know if he meant to hit him there. It's just everyone seemed to converge behind the net, and when you're going up against Kaminsky, more often than not, you'll be ending up on your back, as the Fury player did right there. Just kind of collided with each other. Kaminsky braced for the check, he braced
That's
for
where
it.
the call comes from.
Yeah.
The brace and the fact that knocked him over. Minute 21 to play, hopefully. Minute 21 of penalty kill time. As the Pens are looking to kill another penalty. This one, 88 Kaminsky, heads to the box for a minute and a half. Again, 15-minute periods, minute and a half. Penalties, new USA Hockey rule. I really like that rule. What do you think of that rule? Having coached, having been around it, what do you think of the shortened power play?
Oh, I loved it. It was, at first I was going, what's going on here? But with the 15-minute periods, minute and a half power plays, I do like the adjustment for that with what we're looking at for each period.
Campbell finds Sedlick, who finds White. He's dangerous, and the Pens are going to have a 5-on-3 as Shube hauls down White on the wing. Miller steps in, shoots one off of Clutter. The Fury get their goalie off and send it up to the point. Varick, he can fire. That's off the butt of Shube and picked up by Carter. 47 big seconds of 5-on-3 penalty kill time here.
Hopefully get a end of period to regroup here. 38 seconds left in the period, Jer. Just an errant stick on White, who has, speed and skill and can create and make guys make mistakes. As you reach in, I don't know if he tripped him or maybe he stepped on a stick, but when you reach in like that, it tends to, shoot underneath the blade and put White on his back again.
So 5-on-3 penalty kill for the Pens. Are gone with two forwards. White with the backhander. That's blocked by Starr. Starr carries it out the center, flips it to the fire at the blue line. White will come back in. Left side, leaves it for Campbell. White and Campbell, two of their dangerous forwards. White centers one and it skips wide off the rebound or off the deflection attempt by Sedlick. In behind White, pulls it out, fires one off the side of Clutter. Puck loose in front, 8 seconds left as Starr gets possession. He's hooked, no call. It's ultimately out the center, 3-2-1, and Horn. And we'll have 8 seconds left, the 5-on-3. 51 seconds after that, left the penalty kill. Tony, what about the second period here?
Well, much like we saw before, really even battle, neutral zone chips, lots of chances on both sides. Obviously, they'll have a hole to dig out of here. Big moment in the game to start the third. 5-on-3, 8 seconds, and then a continued 5-on-4. Good job by Clutter in around the net there with White throwing pucks through the crease and jamming pucks from bad angles for him to seal down that post. And then we also saw, it's interesting with the icing rule there, Starr gets the puck, you can see he wanted to get it out or get it down as he went for the Hail Mary, the Murphy flip as they call it, and couldn't get anything on it, but that's what happens, that's what they want with that rule, where you gotta kind of make a play, right?
Yeah, the rule is made to make players make more plays. But I think the icing rule on the penalty kill is in there to give the defense a little bit of an advantage. I understand it from the skill side, it's difficult from the competitive side. because these kids are competitors, and
It's like crank the volume in here again. This place is rocking. Should be set up for a good third period.
it should be a dandy. Pens with a 5-on-3 penalty kill for 8 seconds, and then they'll get a player back. The mission trying to get the score evened up. Campbell to take the draw. A tie-up. That's some tick-tock as they'll set it up. Penguins get one back, and it's 5-on-4 as the Fury gain the zone. Now with a 5-on-4, that centering pass picked off by Starry. Banks it high off the glass, kept in by Foyt. Foyt to Sedlick. Sedlick back to Foyt. Crafty defenseman here. Sent in front for Campbell. That's kept out by the Pens. Centering feed there by Parrish. Finds Filiaggi. Pens out 2-on-1, short-handed. Parrish with the record. A shorty, looking 20-40 as Brady Parrish blasts one by the netminder to give the Pens a 3-1 lead, a short-handed goal.
What a doozy. Great job on the puck battle off the wall. Filiaggi once again on his backhand to his forehand off the rush. And the big horse Parrish has done omen's work on the penalty kill. He's a workhorse up and down the ice. Is rewarded finally with a big goal. He's had so many chances as the big man. Maybe some front spin on that as it hit the glove of the goaltender down there. Just kind of spun over top of him and into the net. A beautiful short-handed goal.
Riedel drives in short-handed. I couldn't agree more. If you watch that replay, Filiaggi moves it at the perfect time where he's carrying it on that forehand. Just as that defenseman commits to him, he slides it right over to Parrish. Great read, great deception, awesome play there as Julius fires one in from the top of the circles that's caught and held.
Yeah, that play by Filiaggi, absolutely. I was wondering, I was going, oh, whoa, what are you doing here? You got a 2-on-1 as he started to cut towards Parrish a little bit, but then came back to his right just a hair and had the defense shift and place the pass at that exact moment. Just crafty, smart play.
You know what, Cole?
Parrish to the rest.
It's all in the hips.
It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips.
Penguins with a face-off to the left of the Fury goaltender. Old four in behind. Two players running into each other there. And it comes free. Sproul down on the ice at the side of the net. Unable to get control, and it's broken out by the Fury Zerth. Into the offensive zone. Penguins 3, Fury 1. 13:30 to play in the third and final period of the game. Valella. Cross ice looking for Armstrong. It's in front of him. Sproul will skate into. Turned back the other way by the Fury. Carter will be the first one there. He falls down on the play, gets tied up, skates. And we got a whistle. I don't know what the whistle is. Maybe another offsides. Two skates coming together there.
Good job by Carter. Good support here at the blue line as Sproul was in on a hunt. Gets turned over, but he's in perfect position as the Pens D are changing. Makes a good, strong play with guys on his back.
Another good face-off win by Filiaggi as the Pens look to come in. Now Filiaggi with the puck. He's having a day. Tries to go between the legs. It's blocked. Follows on. Now Schub kicking it forward. Filiaggi there. Falls down on the play, but Schub will pressure in the corner now. Schub and Parrish. Parrish comes away with it. Tries to reverse to Schub. Cut off by Smith. Back at the blue line, but Filiaggi hadn't yet cleared. Face-off to come outside of the Fury blue line.
I like to see that, eh? The Pens get a little bit of a turnover in their own end, and Filiaggi like a rocket up the middle, and he wanted that puck in open ice, making things happen. We'll see if Parrish can continue his confidence. Here he is again.
Schub looks for him. It's in his feet. And it's chipped out by White, chasing it down Kaminsky. They're able to cordon him off. What a job there with a player on his back by Kaminsky to work it to Alderheide. Can he clear the zone? Not yet. Battle on the wall at the Pens blue line. Good positioning by Parrish. Filiaggi may need to back up a bit. But it ultimately ends up all the way down in the Fury zone. Well, a reach by Parrish. Comes short side, charge the 5-hole. That store was closed. What a play with the reach.
I'm telling you, that's a scary sight if you're a defender going back for the puck. And the big 2-4. like a Kentucky Derby thoroughbred, absolutely pumping it down the wing after you. Footsteps, breathing, everything.
I bet you his stick is twice the size of Shub's.
There's no question. There's no question.
Puck cleared out by the Fury. Clutter will set it up as Star skates into it. Carries behind the net, runs the breakout to Real. Real fanned on the clearing attempt. He'll try a second time. Persistence pays off as it goes the whole way down, but it's far enough for icing.
Puck seems to be rolling, bouncing, almost stopping, causing some havoc out there. Star, the puck kind of slowed down on him as well.
It'll be to the right of Clutter, stepping in Carter. Pens using a couple different centers here as they are short a forward and a defenseman right now. Real gets it to Evans. Evans knocked off a sticker right to Real. Real to the corner. Working there. Battling with Carter. Carter and Real comes free to Julius. Julius turns. Evans deflects it. Stays free. Shoots it high and just misses the cage.
Good look from a tough angle by Evans again.
Julius battles. Carter keeps at the blue line, filling in for the Pens defenseman. Now Real will give chase as the Fury send it around for Jacobs. Jacobs banks it off the boards at the center. It'll be Julius gathering it. Looking for Real, skating into it, Carter, but picking it up, Campbell for the Fury. He finds Sedlick. It's off a Penguin back to the Fury blue line. 11 minutes to play. Campbell comes to the middle. Fury goal scorer sets up his teammate on the outside. That was Varick who misses wide. And it's Filiaggi carrying it out to center. He's got Sproul with him. Onside. Chris crosses with Sproul, shoots one in low. Sproul follows on. Chipping it around. Now Armstrong pressuring back to Villela. It'll be followed on by Filiaggi. Now Villela. Villela off the skate of a Fury defender. Back to Filiaggi. And it'll be Armstrong getting it, carrying it in. He's got Sproul coming to the outside. He shoots one hard and low. Glove save.
I don't mind that shot from there. You never know what can happen. A little rebound. We've seen Sproul clip in a few little greasers around the net here this weekend. We all know he's got that big howitzer of a shot, as I think he had grand designs to open up for the one-time or feed over here, but nonetheless, can't go wrong by putting the puck on the net.
And at a good position, too, just above that glove hand pad, a spot we see a lot of goals go in the net. Filiaggi battles off the face-off that was won by the Fury, and it'll be taken over by the Pens Villela. He's able to chip it past two or three kids and stay in the zone. Tino Villela centers. Armstrong spinning with it. His shot blocked out front. Kaminsky will step up. Two Penguins forwards now covering the D spot. As Villela able to cycle back and chip it back into the Fury zone. Giving chase Sproul. Actually turned out the other direction. Filiaggi will step to it now. His puck pressure will free it up for a shot from Armstrong that's tipped just out at the last second. That's like Charlie Brown with the football there. In comes Smith around Kaminsky, center outside, stop by Clutter. And another one. This one held on to, and Preston Bowie Clutter with a big save.
Cruz Armstrong appreciated that. Just beaver tail slap saying, way to go, Clutter. Cutting it down, little chaos around the net. Clutter stays with it. Doesn't over scramble, Joe. Just easy come, easy go for Clutter back there as he kind of just pad slides over to stay with it.
Harder on the draw. But into the corner. Star goes for it. Cleared around by the Fury. Pressured by Shub. Something we've seen. Star now after it in the corner. Takes a bit of an odd angle, but he's able to knock the puck free. Nice reach there for Star. Stick on puck, making some plays. And it'll be Shub sticking his nose in, breaking the play up, and back come Parrish. Parrish to Carter, off his skate, right to his stick. Hojitsi, dangle, doodle, puck pump free. Right for Parrish, now following on Shub. Diving to the ice, or
Shub may be surprised it popped to him there, but
Campbell into the zone, finding Zeth. Zerth with a shot. I think it's Zerth. But back comes Shub. Shub to Paris. Off of his stick, gathered in by the Fury defense and cleared. Not far enough for icing as the Pens were changing the D, so Julius is back. Julius to Ofteride, but at least changing one of the D. Ofteride to Evans. Evans tries to bank it off the boards. It's stopped by the Fury defenseman. That shot wide of the cage. Back to the point. Worked there. I think it's Miller. Miller to Filiaggi. Filiaggi finding Evans out at center. He puts it between the legs, tries to pick it up. It comes through Filiaggi. Can he get there? He does enough to pop it into the corner. Try to play it behind. He keeps shooting it towards Filiaggi. He ends up still in the play. Now it's back to the point. Villela following on. Rio now Villela. Villela to Evans. Evans forced one blocked out front. Now Filiaggi back to the point. Julius. Julius steps into the middle. He'll try to toe drag. It's knocked off of his stick. And it's cleared out by the Fury, not far enough for icing. Another pitching wedge here.
Julius with some nice reads either in the neutral zone or the offensive zone to come down and keep plays alive, pick off outlet passes. As here come the Pens again.
It's Evans sending one wide of the cage. Now Filiaggi follows on looking for Real. Real bumped into by White. And out come the Fury. Up to Smith. Kaminsky squares up. Smith drives wide. He'll carry it around behind looking for White. He tries to tuck it short side. Stopped, and it's covered by Clutter as they try to shove people out of the way.
I didn't see what happened there. I didn't see the.
He tried to come in and then
scrum.
I think they tried to push the puck and Clutter into the net.
Mm-hmm.
And Clutter was unhappy about it, as was his defenseman.
No, you're right. You're right. They did come in and try to push him. As he pushed Clutter about a foot over on the line. Well, no, it caused a little chaos in there. Clutter with a little push after the fact as well. I like to see that.
It'll be Carter on the face-off, able to maintain the pressure and work it out to Sproul. Sproul's pass picked off, and back comes Campbell. He chips it over towards White. Starr gets a stick on it. Can't clear the zone. As he runs through a Fury forward. And we have interference to call.
A little bit of action down there, but once again, that Fury bench might have had a little something to say about it as well.
That was he definitely ran through the kid getting to the puck, but the kid was standing still and in his way. So Fury with a chance here to cut this lead. 6:42 to play in the period. The Pens back on the penalty kill without one of their strongest penalty killers, Jake Starr. Up front, it looks like it'll be Armstrong, and is it Carter? It is Carter. It'll be Carter getting it up to the blue line, not out. Armstrong pressures. Julius unable to clear. Comes back to Ofteride. Ofteride off the boards. Looking for Armstrong. Armstrong in a puck battle. Julius ultimately able to get it. It's tipped out here. They're not going to see the tip, and it'll be an icing. That definitely changed direction in the blue line.
It looked like he got a piece of it. I mean, it was right there for him to touch it. Julius put some good mustard on that clear, which I don't mind. I think maybe it's better to get it out sometimes, live to fight another day, or do a face-off again here on the penalty kill in your own end.
I'd rather a D-zone draw than them wide open at the point with the puck. It'll be Filiaggi on the draw, stepping into it. Rebound sits there, and White sends it wide. It'll be Julius. Able to get it to Filiaggi. Filiaggi able to get it to center. Filiaggi and Sproul up front on the PK. Miller dances to the middle. Firing one. It's off the skate of Ofteride. It was hobbled a bit.
Those sting, Jared. Those do
Twisting and
sting.
turning. Back to Foyt. Ofteride in front. Puck comes in. Stopped and held by Clutter.
Look at the courage of Ofteride as he tries to get to the bench. I'm telling you, you feel like your leg might be hanging by a thread in that moment when you take a puck like that, either off the tongue, the ankle, wherever he took it. He's going to have to walk that baby off.
Already down a defenseman. This puts the Pens down to 4 with Merlot already out with an ankle injury. It'll be Kaminsky. Banking it out the boards, looking for Villela. The Fury get to the puck. 26 left on the penalty kill. Pressured by Villela. Great job there. Can Shuby get it out? 2 players down on the boards. Ultimately, Shub goes out of the puck. He's tripped on the play. No call, and the Fury gets some numbers stepping out in front. There's that big stick of Harris again. Breaking that up. Brady up the wall. 9 seconds left on the penalty kill. Back to the point man. Kaminsky and Paris. Double teaming that puck there as it's sent wide. Back to the point. Pressured by Shub. Pens back to even strength. Carter on the ice as Villela twists it back in towards the middle.
Villela there off the wall.
It'll be Carter blazing up the right side. Pens into the Fury zone. They haven't been down here in a while. Picking it up, twisting with it, Carter in the offensive zone. Stopped by the Fury, lifted up. Shub gives a little bump, gets control. Back to Star, he'll rip one. Skips it on that rebound out front, cleared nicely by the Fury defense. Right to White, White finds Zerth. Zerth up the right. Back pressure by Carter. 4 Penguins back. Smart hockey there. 4:29 to play, 2-goal lead. An exciting contest here with the Chicago Fury. Up comes free, it's tipped. Evans.
Whoa.
Knock it out of midair, game off at the zone. Oh, right one side.
I got to give Cameron Evans a lot of credit. He loves cutting into high traffic areas, and what a skill play also to get that pass. Came off the bench with his hair on fire, and then bats it out of midair in flight to attack over the blue line and still generates a good shot on net all alone against 4 Fury defenders.
It'll be Filianski on the draw. Ends at even strength. Face-off won by the Fury, but intercepted by Real. He wraps it around looking for Villela. Villela gives it back to Real. He tries to curl off the boards, can't do so. But he'll try again. Now he's got driving from the outside around behind the net. He's got Filiaggi. Finds him. Looks for Evans. Evans tries that one-timer again. Stick on puck. Was able to break the play up. Back comes White for Chicago. He's defended nicely by Villela. He'll leave it there for Evans, but Evans unable to get control. It'll be Filiaggi now. Filiaggi with Real. Evans, high slot. Oh, his head was down. Luckily, that kid didn't light him up. Can't hit in this league, but I've seen it before. 3:30 as Evan White winds into the offensive zone. Star forces him to the outside, now behind the net. Centering pass, skips all the way through. Off the stick of Jacobs, picked up by the speedy Star. Star has Real. He'll find him. Real hammered at the blue line. Centering pass. Come free to cover. And it's gathered in by the Fury. Whistle blows. Ends to the power play with 3:04 to play in the game. We gave up a shorty in this game. Was their goal shorthanded? White to Campbell?
Yes. On a turnover. I don't know if it was shorthanded.
It was definitely it was shorty. Might have been last game. We gave up a shorty in the last one. So not in this one, but the Pens have been subject to the shorthanded goal. Yes, and so they're going to be on the power play, but they have to remain responsible.
White is out there as well, ever so dangerous.
It's good to see Opteride back on the ice.
There we go. We got numbers on the puck down low. So important.
Armstrong comes out with it. Drives, leaves it for Carter. What a play. Finds Opteride. Banks off of his stick. He'll rim it around looking for Sproul. Oh, that's not okay.
That'll do it for the power play. Sproul got in at 45 behind the net.
You got to be smart there. You're on a power play with 2:39 to play. You know, trying to run some clock here. You know, you need the clock is your friend. And now we're going to be 4-on-4 hockey, so we even it up, and then we'll even give them a 25-second power play.
You know what? I'll be curious to see Campbell here as well. He's been dangerous today. The Fury looking to White, looking to Campbell, looking to generate down 2 here, but, you know, you have a good battle down low, and then a good setup off of a kind of broken play by Armstrong carrying the puck up, and then a nice dish wide over here, kind of in the feet, but it gets back in behind the net, and that's where the incident happened, the contact down low and a puck battle, and here we are 4-on-4 now as a power play is evaporated just like that.
They're giving him a double minor. So the Pens will spend the rest of the day on the penalty kill. really selfish body check penalty there. Well, I mean, unless the Fury scored twice, that is. Because those penalties can get wiped out. So we're 4-on-4 for a minute 5. Then we're on a penalty kill for what'll be the remainder of the game. So minute.
So they give him a
34.
double minor, and Shub, like you said earlier, gets absolutely folded in a dangerous, awkward position, much more dangerous than that play.
Yeah.
And he gets a minute and a half penalty. And here, Will Sproul will sit for 3 minutes with 2:39 as the clock, as you mentioned. 2-goal lead, game on the line. I'm sure we'll see a lot of Shub who's out there right now. We'll see Paris. He's done an unbelievable job on the kills once this minute and a half expires. 4-on-4, this is big for the Pens to hold them here, or either maybe pot one more at 4-on-4. That's the best case scenario.
Two of the better Penguin penalty killers, Carter and Shub, the first two out. Carter will pressure. Work to Sedlick. He finds White, knocked off of his
surprise. There's Shub again.
Miller sets it up in his own zone. Finds Sedlick into the left side of the Pen zone. Fires one, caught by Clutter and help. .2:12 to play. Period 3. Pens lead 3-1, but they are on the penalty kill. Or no, they're still 4-on-4. 38 more seconds.
Intense game here against a Fury 2-goal lead as the 09 Pens team is gathered around the gates here. We see the parents starting to flood in and enjoy the finish to this one.
We mentioned the support in the last one, and it's fantastic from both teams. The 10s staying to watch part of the 09 game after their game in the last one. The 10s gathered around here as Ofteride wins a puck, is able to tap it up to Paris. Paris and Evans into the offensive zone. 4-on-4. Paris works it to the corner. Looks like the Pens are happy with that, and they'll play that third forward up high, trying to keep the Fury from gaining speed through the neutral zone. Campbell with the toe drag. Carries to the right side, leaves it for
Paris on the back check. Beautiful back check.
Paris knocks it free. Now Evans gets control. Fire one off a skate. Get the rebound. He'll flip it back in behind the net. Get a change. Minute 24 left of penalty kill. Worked up to White. White pressured by Filiaggi, followed on by Rio. White maintains possession. Drives into the zone. Kicked wide. This is an important time in the game as the first penalty is over. So now with the goal, the Pens would get back to full strength. Work to the outside, it's 32. Goalie still in the net for the Fury. Minute left.
Unbelievable. Their coaches seem to be...
It'll be Julius chipping it up. Rio unable to get there, but it's
deciding to
kept
play the
by
goalie now. 50 seconds left.
the Fury. In behind, it's White looking for the centering pass. Now 41 for the Fury. Steps on the ice. Rio with the pressure. Jack Rio on his butt at center. Only 3 players on the ice for the Pens right now. Shot from White. Skips up behind. 25 seconds to play. Campbell curls off. Puck pressure there. Clutter fights it. Keeps it, and it's in. With 19 seconds left and bodies in the crease. A power play goal by the Fury makes it 3-2. This ain't over yet, Colby.
18.9 seconds on the clock. Some confusion at the Fury bench as they pulled the goalie. They had a guy coming off the ice. A kid came on, and then they eventually got their 6th skater on the ice. Timeout by the Fury here, looks like, Jeremy, as they try to draw something up, and we have another electric finish from that 7. What was that game this morning? 7:30. 7:30 start. My
This one,
goodness.
3 o'clocker.
Feels like 24 hours since the last game. Since you get up that early, I'm telling you, it's
Good
not
day.
easy being a hockey parent.
So you've been around the game for a long, long time. Talk about that. You've been as a player. You've been as a coach. You've been in the media, and now you're a hockey dad. What's that like?
This is the best thing that I do. It's definitely, I would say, the hardest thing. As you know, the time commitment. Shout out to all the parents listening, grandparents who come out and support. all the time put in, driving around, getting them there, the early morning skates. Long hours, Jer, and balanced with dinners out and a few cocktails in the courtyard can sometimes get you behind the 8 ball in the morning. Am I right?
They can. Bedtime for the kids might be early, but the dad is a little later.
It's another story altogether, isn't it?
It'll be Carter stepping in for the face-off, empty net behind the Fury defense. 17-16. As the Fury gain the zone, they'll rim it around behind. Star gets there. He'll hold it against the boards. Shout out to Coach McCormick if he's watching. 4, 3, deflects in front, 2, Shuby puts it behind, and your Penguins are 4-0 to start the season. A 3-2 epic battle with the Chicago Fury. It's going to be fun to play these guys all season long, and no surprise to anybody. Who clears the puck in front? 18 Shuby.
Yeah, sure. You got to expect him on the ice in this situation. Him and Paris are out there. I mean, they've been spectacular for all 4 games. Just a defensive conscience, a work ethic like no other. And once again, they're there when the chips are on the line to make tough plays. And really, it's just will and heart that they provide, along with some terrific skill and skating. But difference was made. Man, this Fury team's good, though. They've got some quality players, a goaltender that played really well. Campbell, a big difference maker. White, a big difference maker on the Fury side, but still not enough to match what the Penguins were able to do here today. The short-handed goal was huge.
Definite Penguins depth here, and I am super crazy happy that not even after COVID, I know we're still dealing with all the COVID issues out there, but I couldn't be happier than to see handshakes back at the end of youth hockey games. I think it's such an important part. Go work your can off, work hard, battle, and then at the end of it, take each other's hand, because you know you're going to have to do this again.
Absolutely, and then they all come off the ice together.
Down the tunnel, I love having the tunnel here called.
Yeah,
that was always one of those moments as a kid to come down the tunnel.
Yeah, this is a heck of a treat, I think, for the kids to play here in this rink, in the Gladiator Dome or the Bowl here, as these young kids put on a fantastic show this afternoon. And guess what? Your work is done today, Jarrett. The boys' work is done. They're 2-0 today, 4-0 on the weekend so far. 1 left to go. We go enjoy ourselves here with a nice dinner in a lovely Chicago.
Maybe a little Giordano's pizza. And we'll see you tomorrow morning for another Cinnamon Swirl production. Producer Nick Parrish, cameraman Chris Merlot. Your play-by-play guy Jeremy Evans, and color commentary with Colby Armstrong. Thanks for joining us. See you tomorrow morning.